Hollywood suits, they love data, test scores, because it's CYA, it covers their asses.
Right.
Tech people love those scores. Is there a danger, creatively speaking, of trying to over-engineer the product with entertainment content and, killing the golden goose by trying to use this information too intensely?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of, like anything else, any new technology, there's a lot of fear and misperception on all sides. I think, traditionally the Hollywood marketer or the Hollywood producer has the magic touch, and they instinctively know kind of what the market likes, and that's why I used to build greenlight models for one of the studios in Excel spreadsheets, and I would make a recommendation, or the model would, and the executives would go ahead and do the opposite, right? Because they know, and they in a lot of cases be right, or in some cases not be right. I think the data can help you make those decisions, but I don't think it will ever replace people. But I do think there's a lot of room, and I'll say a lot of room, particularly in Hollywood, to start using data in a way to help you make those creative decisions. I don't think there's been enough investment in attempting to do these things that perhaps Netflix has done and has recently got a lot of press in terms of their picks and their greenlighting and the series you see working on the film, because they do have a lot of the data.
Well, do you think they told the truth about the Kevin Spacey thing? Because they didn't even originate that piece of content. They said, people liked Kevin Spacey movies. Like, Kevin Spacey's been in London doing plays for 5 years. I don't think people are pining for Kevin Spacey at that moment.
I think that's, and again, this is just my personal guess. I think it's in part, there's some truth to it, and in part, a lot of it is PR, in the sense that Kevin Spacey is a famous guy. I think the director, the producer, I don't remember his name.
David Fincher?
Fincher, obviously another successful guy.
Yeah. Talent. You have talent, not necessarily.
So probably going to be successful there. They might have got lucky. That being said, because Kevin Spacey was at the IBM Insight Conference here in Las Vegas in October as one of our keynote speakers, there is something to be said about using this viewing data that, let's face it, no single company has had available to it, in terms of, I know you as an individual, and now I start to know your household behavior on different devices of all the different types of things that you watch, and I've now scaled that up to millions and millions of people. I think there is some insight that you can derive from that, in terms of what people tend to like or don't like, or what's working or what's not working, and particularly in suggesting new content, getting you to discover. Remember those internet radio, Yahoo Radio or other radio items, we'd be listening to a song, and all of a sudden it pushes in a new song. You're like, wow, I didn't know about that band, but I can't listen to 3 million songs a day, so the system helps me make those suggestions. I think getting a little more smarter about recommending content to people, when we all know there's so much back catalog, wonderful back catalog content in there, and smaller pieces of content being developed over by a lot of smaller independent folks. How do I get access to that? And quite frankly, there was such a narrow bottleneck for people controlling that information. I think the good news is companies like Netflix now have the intelligence to make those recommendations and open that up to other people and other potentially producers and smaller independent producers, if that data was able to be used.